Showing Fate on the Wrecking Ball or the Hammond, but now we'll flip over to the Winston. So not going to be matching the Reinhardts here as we go ahead and kick things off. First round of Oasis here on University.
Yeah,
it's going to be very standard comp here for South Korea.
And Chinese Taipei running that multi-tank composition, but already Fate is picked.
Yeah, we'll get taken down. Ting coming up with that final blow. The Bros still taking some pot shots here with the rockets up in the sky currently. Going to be unhindered. No one really paying attention to the Farah, just healing through it. Just building up closer and closer to that barrage, but isn't getting any really meaningful damage in because it's not leading to kills here for South Korea. Port's going to get unlocked. The barrage is now going to be online. Libero still hovering up top. Barrier being held. Being pretty healthy here for a Ting. Fate charging forward. Is over onto that Hammond now. Works his way in. Libero drops the barrage. Not going to find anything. Has to cut his way back as he goes low. And it's going to be 10-10 taken down. Carpe comes up with the first kill here for South Korea. Chinese Taipei currently in control over the point, but South Korea, they want to take that flip very rapidly here. Pile driver comes down. Fate going low. Gets the adaptive shield. He's going to be rolling his way out the back. Libero back in. Takes down Shaolin.
Look at this flank from Carpe though as well. It's very difficult for Chinese Taipei to deal with this.
Oh, gets the stun there on to Crazy S. Takes him down. Lucio not able to stay alive. Not going to get popped here. Lu going to fall. Flip comes in. South Korea take control as Chinese Taipei get 30%.
The Fate swap over to Wrecking Ball was really helpful for South Korea because they were able to use that adaptive shield, build that up to allow the rest of the approach there coming through. Libero did have that barrage early, is already going to have a second one very much ready to go here, but now South Korea controls the high ground here with Carpe, so the approach for Chinese Taipei becomes very difficult. They don't really have range damage.
Oh no.
He can do it.
He can do it. All right.
He gets out.
He makes his way back in. It's okay, you know. Hammond's still new.
Yeah.
Getting used to it all.
It takes some time.
Up on the high ground here, though, Carpe maybe looking for that Deadeye opportunity. We'll keep our eyes on him for, in a little bit when we hear that pop come in. Barrage set for Libero. Looking for an opportunity. The Deadeye comes out. Carpe finds two. Both supports going to go down. OIO and Crazy S both eliminated. It's just going to be a clean sweep here for South Korea.
Pretty easy
as they get
cleanup.
the remaining members of Chinese Taipei.
Carpe had the flanking angle there, and it didn't look like Chinese Taipei knew where he was, so they just kind of dashed onto the point because that's how this comp operates. You use your speed boost, you get in there. They're going to switch it up now. They're bringing in the Hanzo. I'm going to watch this again. Look, they don't actually really have positional awareness. Where's the Diva defense matrix here? No one's in position. They just approach with the sound barrier. Carpe cleans up the kills there, and it's a winning fight for South Korea.
Couldn't get around that corner fast enough. Libero going to find a hit there. Cussive shot, getting rid of OIO, taking him down. Transcendence out from Jonak as he's point blank up against Blue and will be able to take him down. The always bloodthirsty Zenyatta comes up with another kill. He's trying to find an angle there on the Shaolin, but Carpe will get it full.
A lot of swaps coming through for Chinese Taipei. Again, they can't use the comp they just swapped to gain enough ultimates here, so they're going to swap once again. Using this Farah here to try to approach the point is so dangerous against not only the hit scan coming through from Carpe, but you're also going to have to deal with one of the world's best Farahs in Libero, as well as Fate, who can hit scan knock you out of the sky.
Angle there on the Blue. Takes him down to half HP. Shaolin starts pushing it. He's got the pocket coming up from Crazy S to try to keep him alive in the fight. Libero starts working his way around. He's trying to get rid of that pesky Hanzo. Couple shots coming down. Now OT going to be taken away as we hit 99% here for South Korea. First kill comes in. It's going to be a Ting going down. Jonak will get punished, but Blue now going to be eliminated. 2-for-1 exchange now. More getting added on top of it. South Korea looking to go ahead. Close this one out. Libero falls low. Poops his way over to the side. Self-destruct comes in. Finds two from Mekko. Gets rid of the Baby Diva. Gets rid of Shaolin. And that is going to be the first win coming through for South Korea as they take University.
Just really take more defensive style around him. Using a more old school style. We don't see this in Korea too much anymore, the Winston.
Yeah. Well, we'll be poking out. Take a Ting down. Below half HP, so he's got to retreat. Jonak really under fire here. Shaolin gets all up in his face. He's got a sliver of HP. Will not be able to make it out of there. Melee swing comes down. Tracer going to find the first hit on City Center. Rez going to have to be used, or just putting him straight back into the fight.
Yeah, I mean, he is the OWL MVP, but there are limits to what you can do against a good Tracer player.
Yeah, and now Blue going to find Arg. Good angle for him. Taking out one of those supports. Now going to be duking it out with Carpe. He goes up into the sky, but Blue has had enough of that duel. Will just go ahead and kite his way out of there. Carpe looking for the flank. Spots him out. Now sees the Zenyatta. They jump into the back. Shot's good. OIO both going to get taken down here. But still, good kills coming in for Chinese Taipei as they yet again get the first cap. This time on City Center. Shaolin up close and personal. Has that pulse bomb ready to go. Doesn't want to use it yet. Maybe on the Fate if he can get the stick. He's going to fall low. Forced out. with the recall. Bait goes up, comes back down, trying to build up for that primal rage. 10% to go as he is getting jumped out. Sliver of HP remaining, but they can't quite kill him.
The Tracer allows you to do so much more consistent damage to break the tank line of South Korea, and that's been the focus of Chinese Taipei, whereas South Korea is trying to focus more on Carpe, get him those lines of sight, and he hasn't come up with big kills just yet, unfortunately, so this is huge. Taipei building up 30% already of this control meter.
Shot in the blue, misses a shot there on the Crazy S. Shaolin going to be diving into the back. They're looking for Johnny again. They're going to find him. Shaolin taking him down. Now Meko getting it taken out of that mech, and the pulse bomb explosion will go ahead and kill off the pilot. Diva OYO has been eliminated, but they still have Crazy S in the fight. The rest is going to come through as he puts Blue back into the mix. Shaolin pushes forward. Carpe goes down. Chinese Taipei maintaining control. 50% already gained for them here as they hold a point. Not many ults to work with. The Primal Rage can buy them some time, but they need to stack up some more ults if they want to maintain control here.
The Pharah just isn't really doing much for the side of South Korea. Libero's done a lot of damage. He's built a barrage here, but it's Shaolin who's actually carrying this game right now because he's helping destroy Fate, Meko, tossing those pulse bombs, and the tank line battle is won by Chinese Taipei, and that means that Carpe just can't really get into position despite building up an ultimate. He hasn't been able to come up with big kills, and that's what South Korea's comp is designed to do. They're going to put Libero now onto the Brigida to help win that tank battle, so the focus is now more away, winning the tank war instead of just Carpe trying to carry this with the Widow.
Shaolin at it again. He's going to have the backup here from Mating as they dive into the backside. Are going low, but Shaolin going to get stunned up Libero with the Brigida. Comes up with that shield bash, and they manage to take him out. Now charging back forward, trying to get that rally online. 63% already here for Libero. They get closer and closer, but Jonik and Fate both go down. South Korea operating with a bit of a handicap as Chinese Taipei look for the 100-0 here on City Center to go ahead and tie it up on Oasis. They might have it. That goes on the high ground. He's dangerously low. He's going to get popped into the mech as he falls down. This will try to extend this, but now Arc is going to be in the grave. Jonik's alive with a Transcendence, but can he tag it in time is going to be the question. Pushing his way back in, trying to get this one contested, but he will go down. Jonik is so far away. I think they just have it straight up. 100
I think, unfortunately, for the side of South Korea.
Oh, here we go. Garden going to be deciding our first map. See who will kick things off in this series with a map win. Seems to be pretty similar across the board. Libero's going to be back over onto the Pharah. Shaolin sticking with the Tracer. If it's not broken, don't fix it, he says. As he does get tagged up, goes low, force out the recall, but he comes back in. Despite Fate just chilling out.
Yeah,
Comes up with that first kill.
He's been getting caught a lot by all this extra Tracer damage that he's not used to facing, it looks like, here with this comp.
Dangerously low there. Blue finding multiple shots, but not high enough charge. Here on the sniper rifle to get the finish. Libero barely limps his way out, just hovering back around towards his spawn. This to keep in this fight. 10-10 gonna get knocked out of his mech by Jonik. Not seeing any follow-up onto the Baby Diva yet, but it's again another first cap here for Chinese Taipei. All three maps have gone their way at the start. Dive comes in from Fate. He's going to get eliminated. Just putting himself all alone. Now Libero taken down by Blue. Carpe answers back, getting rid of the enemy Widow. Now gets the pilot form Diva. 10-10 going to fall. Neko down below half HP. Shaolin going in deep. Toss at the pulse bomb. He's still going to find Arc. He can't make his way out of there. Chinese Taipei maintain control. South Korea only get halfway to the cap. They're losing members. They might not be able to flip this one around. Meko's gonna go ahead, throws down that self-destruct.
Shaolin
rejoins in onto the point, but Shaolin is still here contesting.
He's just doing so much damage, and as you can see as we watch his first person view, no one's really pressuring him. He gets a recall off here, barely survives. He will finally go down, but look at how much time he's bought here for Chinese Taipei.
Still a massive pick, and that is going to lead to the unraveling here of Chinese Taipei, so South Korea can finally get the flip on the point. It's just before 50%, so it's still a very fantastic hold here for Chinese Taipei off the initial cap. South Korea, we'll see how long they can maintain this. They have a Valkyrie coming online shortly, as well as a Primal Rage.
They're going to operate up in this high ground. You can see where Fate and Libero are set, so they're going to try to perhaps just kill Shaolin as he approaches on the backside there with the stun and the dive there to counter. There is a Transcendence here for Chinese Taipei to try to stick to the point, as South Korea has not been winning the tank war here against a Ting right now. That may be their best bet to win the longer fight in terms of ultimate. Shaolin actually finds Carpe despite the Brigida here, forcing him out of position.
Into the bag. Takes him low, but can't get that kill. Pocket comes out of Arc, helping to keep him alive. Fate's gonna pop that Primal Rage Transcendence out from OYO. Just to try to keep everybody topped up. The Widow getting booped back. Blue takes the grapple hook out, trying to stay safe. Fate would love to get a corner on him, but he just can't lock him down to get that kill. Now it's gonna be the self-destruct coming in. Fate keeps himself safe, has the bubble thrown down, but he's down below half HP. Leaps over to the side, keeping himself sustained here for the moment, but barely so. Cap nearly coming back in here for Chinese Taipei as South Korea takes the lead on this point. Just trying to maintain control as best as they can. Carpe gonna go ahead, pops that in for sight, looking for a shot in onto the Tracer, onto Blue. Not gonna find it yet, doesn't take it, but he gets the point, plays on the Shaolin, flips over to the side, says, oh, I didn't even know you were here.
This is going to be a huge turning point for South Korea as well. Now he can pop the Emperor Sight. They have full control. He takes out Blue right after the Emperor Sight. Total control over this zone now. The approach for Chinese Taipei is going to be nigh impossible at this point with no initiation ults to get onto this. And Libero just pops everyone off with that rally armor. Jonak and Arc still actually holding a bit of that at the moment. So it's really going to have to be Chinese Taipei coordinating attack, getting an early pick. They have the pulse bomb, but beyond that, there's not much they could do to win an opening kill. So South Korea just has to play defensively, use their Transcendence here, and we should be set to go.
Fate getting closer to the Primal. Transcendence is online. Carpe looking for a repeat. Pulse bomb's gonna come down, but it's not a stick, so he'll still be alive. And for the hits here on the Shaolin. He just keeps ducking into the corner, but it's not gonna be enough. Picks him out. And we'll go ahead and come up with the kill. Now OYO going to be falling. This is going to be OT coming through. Carpe puts another one there on the Blue. Will get taken down by a Ting. Will push his way back onto the point, but now he's all by himself. 10 gets popped into the back. Will get burned down. A Ting 14% away from that Primal range, but he's not going to have it online. And it was looking really competitive here. Chinese Taipei putting up more of a fight than many of us might have anticipated.